dropped, and with only a handful of weapons per class, the whole community is in scramble to find the meta. But forget the guesswork. I found something insane. You want to solo entire waves?
Shit, you are a god!
Do you want to break people's graphics cards? Yo, carry your team like a one-man army? I actually hard carried. Do you want to make people question your damage?
Got so much damage over time with that class, man.
Want to know what's your damage? Want to see your damage, that's it.
I wonder what build he's running.
Really the damage maker, fuck's sake.
Make the specimens run in fear, then strap in, because this is the build that breaks Killing Floor 3 and breaks graphics cards. The #1 Firebug DPS build. If you are running Firebug, your main priority is DPS. I know there's a lot of OP builds out there with the Vulcan, but there's obviously more damage potential with this class. I can consistently hit 2 mil on multiplayer Hell on Earth, and then 1 mil on solo player 1 on Earth. There's a lot of Firebugs out there that I can only see reach about 1.5 or 1 mil. There's not many out there that can reach 2 mil like me. So for your passives, you can pick either Firewall or Too Hot to Handle. I personally went for Too Hot to Handle because it kills one enemy. You know, why not? Level 8, you want Focus Fire for the deal 20% increased direct damage. With heat weapons, you want this for the Vulcan, the OP weapon. That's no-brainer. Level 14, max ammo capacity increased by 60%. This stacks with the Vulcan. You're never going to run out of ammo on Hell on Earth. Level 20, you want to either run Red Zone or Hotfoot. I would personally recommend Hotfoot because you would be running... all your weapons are going to be doing heat damage and leaving heat on the ground. So if you stand them, you get 2 health per second. I went with this one, but I'd probably choose Hotfoot if I were you. Level 26, Explosive Reaction. Every enemy that you kill has a 30% chance to explode on death, dealing 250 heat damage and creating fire on the ground. You want this, especially if you go with Hotfoot, 2 and 2 at Earth, okay? You want this regardless. This is very good. You could go with Sure, get the reload speed, but I just stick with Explosive Reaction if you just want pure damage. Throwable Firecracker. 350 heat damage. It induces panics with interrupts enemies, causing them to helplessly writhe in place. No brainer. You get a Molotov here. You get an additional 175% explosive damage for each Molotov. So you have 3 Molotovs, each doing 175% damage with an additional 350 damage and panic. So why not? You get a 4th Molotov here. That's with an additional, and then you go here to level 28. You pick up Hot Mess. You get the Molotov's secondary projectiles explode when they land, dealing 300 heat damage in addition to spawning ground fire. That's 650 damage per Molotov with an additional 175% explosive damage increase per Molotov. It's 4 Molotovs per round. Like, that's just insane damage. You just throw them out on high groups, one-shot them, move on. Heat therapy. I got this because when you use your wildfire ability, it heals you. You get to save on syringes. Very good. Move on. You get footlights. Ground fires created by wildfire have a 25% increased radius and deal 30% increased damage. Get what I'm saying? 30% increased damage, more damage. You want that. You could get the speedy exit, but it doesn't matter in Hell on Earth. Just get the damage. Just burn everything. When you get to level 18, you want to pick up Triple Play. Triple Play. Using Wildfire sends out a cone of 3 fireballs in a target direction. Fireballs apply Burn Affliction, Pain Affliction, and 500 heat damage. Applies Burn and Panic, the same as your Molotov, and damage over time with an additional 500 damage. Like, why wouldn't you want that? On your heat skill with an additional 30%, these stack. So you want this. At level 24, you want to grab Hot Seat. Killing your right enemies grants 6 gadget activation energy. Now, whenever you use your skill, it's going to be off cooldown. This helps you get your skill back faster. This is very good. You want this regardless of anything. Level 30, you pick up Flammable Material. It applies Burn and Panic effect, plus 25 heat damage per second to all enemies close to you after using your Wildfire ability. This is what you want. Pure damage build. The Vulcan TA is where it's at. I'm not even going to hold you. As you can see, I named this motherfucker Fat DPS because in reality, it is Fat DPS. Now, you're going to want to go for the Supercharged Platinum. Now, you lose accuracy, but who the fuck cares? Okay? Who cares? You're not going to care about accuracy if you're just doing damage. That's all that matters is damage. Now, minus 50% accuracy, 100% AOE scale. You know what AOE means? It means area of effect. It means you're constantly doing damage to anyone around that motherfucker that you're blasting. It is simple as that. Not only that, you're increasing the burn affliction by 50%, meaning motherfuckers are always burning. Bonus ability, add 20 stone power. Who cares? Okay? Moving on. Plasma Focuser. Minus 30% fire rate. Again, who the fuck cares? We're not gonna worry about firing faster because regardless of anything that you shoot, they're dying in one hit. Except for the big bosses. But who really cares? Because this shit is OP. Now, on top of that, you're gaining 20% damage. Get what I'm saying here? 20% damage. Now, in case you didn't hear me, I said 20% damage. Your projectile speed increased by 100%. Why wouldn't you want that? Regeneration, 1 health per second when below 25% HP. That's not gonna matter in Hell on Earth, because honestly, if you're below 50 HP, you getting one tap anyway. It's as simple as that. Next, you want the Ultra Octane Fuel Tank. Minus 20% ammo efficiency. Who the fuck cares? You grab the 30 or maybe 50%. I don't even remember what the fuck the skill was. Either way, you're getting so much ammo back, it don't even matter. This 20%, you won't feel it. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that says 35% damage. What is that? That's a 55% damage altogether in just 2 weapon mods. Why wouldn't you want 55% extra damage? 20% chance to fully refill magazine from reserves when Z time triggers. Why wouldn't you want that? You're constantly doing damage. You're constantly killing things. The AoE, you're going to get Z timers almost 100% of the time. You're not even going to realize it once you use this weapon. You're going to be like, oh, we're in slow-mo? It don't fucking matter. Everything's dead. Like, why wouldn't you want this? This is more ammo. Like, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Next, you want the plasma cooler. Now, you lose 1% damage. Sad. Big 1%. Doesn't matter. Because your ammo cost, minus 40%. Now, what does that mean? 40% less ammo cost. What does that mean? That means when you're blasting shit, it's going to cost 40% less ammo per shot. Why wouldn't you want that? Grab that shit, blast shit. Simple. Look, just go try out the build for yourself. I gave you it. Now go do some damage with it. You'll see that hitting those high numbers in Hell on Earth, carrying those low-level teammates that are always on your team, trust me, I know. It's going to be easy. You're welcome. You can thank me later. Drop a like, subscribe.